to get into the championship fight in the final race is on. You have to be within 25 points of the point leader, who is Cody Lamas this week. Who knows if he will be when he gets out of Talladega. However, with this being the final race before the championship finale in Washington, D.C., the final finale that will be held in D.C., this could be a very interesting and tough race here at Talladega, as it always is. It is dusk. You will be losing visibility. Drivers have a lot of variables going into this race, and this race tends to be a crazy one, and we're expecting that again this year. However, Ike Durbin, Kenny Myatt, both drivers saying that they're going to be retiring from full-time competition to run their teams next year. In Ike Durbin's case is Durbin Sport, and in Kenny Myatt's case, we have Discover Ohio, as he's going to be team principal of that team. So we've got a lot of stuff that's going to be going on in this race. A lot of people that are trying to get within the 25-point gap of the leader by the time it's done. Talladega does do a decent job eliminating cars through this race, and it will probably do the same thing like it always does today. Talladega does tend to be a bit of a brutal track to some drivers out there, and we should see a bit of a, well, crazy race, to be honest with you. Talladega is one of the more, but the people who will be left fighting for this championship will be people that will be able to survive the variables here at Talladega and be able to navigate correctly. Ike Durbin is one of those drivers who has done that in the past here. He's never been in a championship fight like this. However, he did manage the Red Bull team when they won their Season 11 championship. Or, no, they didn't win that, but they were close to winning it, and they were close to winning Season 12. So there are a lot of variables going into this race, and Ike Durbin, who has been strong at Talladega in the past, could once again do something sweet today. So, we're a bit worrisome about Talladega. However, we shall see what happens, as there are no more road courses the rest of the year and 2 unpredictable ovals. Let's go to the race. The Ferraris predictably sweep the front row as the field of 34 takes the green here. That's Saarinen on pole, but Washer got a good start there. It's Saarinen bogged down there on the start. Here they go. Speeds here are a lot higher than normal, and there's a wreck already! Oh, big crash already. I see Angel's in it. Ushanda. Curtis is in it. Oh, Carpenter's in it. Carpenter's race is over. Or championship hopes, I think, are done. And I think we see there's Jeffrey Finn guy in it. Shelley's done as well. They might call that one back and everybody get out their backups. Yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna happen there. We'll see if that's big enough to bring that out, but we'll have to check here. We're gonna look at a replay now. Here's what happened. It looks like Michaels and Finn guy went for the same piece of ground on track, and that isn't gonna work. Oh, Bob Jones in there hard. I think that was Bob Jones. Well, they're calling that one back. Everybody get out your backups. All right, Saarinen gets another chance here, and he bogs it down again there, and it looks like the 2 DNCs are already swamping him. They rock it down to turn 1. Hopefully they won't wreck this time. And, oh, man, one of the Manturvinis did go. And that's Bob Jones involved again. That's going to bring the first caution out. I don't think that was large enough, however, to restart, but and they can't really restart because a lot of these guys are on their backup cars. And oh boy, another one went off there. Oh, whoa, Kyle Collins! Or, I'm sorry, that's Jake Baskinger, I apologize. Lamas is in it! Oh no, Cody Lamas got a big piece of that. So the championship points leader, you will be fighting in the finale. However, Marian Sharot's got some serious damage, and Lamas has some right side damage, but we have to see what happened again to some of these guys. And this is maybe payback from last week as Ryusu turned Anthony, and right there Bob Jones had nowhere to go. Of course, Ryusu and Anthony made Anthony turn Ryusu last week at Hutchinson Island, and now this week that was reversed. Here it is again, Ryusu.
well, I don't think Ryusu really lifted all that much. And Bob Jones, just nowhere for Bob to go. And out of the race. Kind of been a disastrous rookie season, and I don't think he's going to retain his spot in the elites this season, for next season. Lamas would turn Baskinger here. This is the other one. Now, the caution's already out, and Lamas would... I don't know what Lamas was thinking there, but... Well, Lamas has some pretty heavy front-end damage, too. I don't know. Lamas could have really hurt his championship hopes with that, but he will be racing in the finale. That's all we do know. And, well, also hurt Marian Sharot's race hopes there, too. Green flag is out for Ian Dutta again here as they're green. And they, of course, had some pit stops. There's one of the Aussie Vineyards was on pit road, and one of the Kingfishers also missed the start. We'll have to see what happened to them. But here they go around this very high-speed Talladega track. It is, of course, night here, or it's becoming night, so visibility will be an issue, as it always is. Whoa, Jessica Schell! Oh, something's wrong with the DNC there. I believe that's Ian Dutta. So Ian Dutta's championship hopes, he needed to win both races and finish, and have the points leader being Cody Lamas not get points, which Lamas fell out. Well, his hopes are over for the championship, so tough break for Ian Dutta. They really weren't going to be a very serious hope anyway. But up front, we've got both the Ferraris, both the ARCSOA Americas, and one of the DNCs, as here's this big, humongous pack here. We've actually been noting that with the enhanced speeds here, these cars are going a lot faster than they have in the past, in hopes that they would spread out the pack and avoid a crash fest like Daytona and Talladega typically are. With the enhanced speeds here, they have been almost lifting in the pack here, and oh, but Porsche's made a little bit of contact there. Oh, man, somebody went rocketing into the outside wall. Vincent Allen, Charlie Fabrosis, and Sean Galligan are out. I think that was Vincent Allen. No, it couldn't have been. That had to have been a Galligan rocketed toward the wall. That was a scary-looking wreck. I hope everyone's all right. We'll see what happened again. Here lies the hopes of another championship contender as Charlie Fabrosis went out of the race right there, and his hopes are up as well. He was the car that rocketed into the wall. Galligan is pretty much out. He was going to be out anyway. And Vincent Allen is pretty much going to be out of this race as well. So there went a couple more cars there. It looked like a little bit of contact between Galligan or Allen. It was either Galligan or Allen turning the one car. Pretty much a racing deal, if you ask me. Ian Dutta came back out on track, would blow up, so more problems for Ian Dutta. And now with the final nail in his coffin of his championship hopes is right here. So Ian Dutta, even more mechanical problems for him. Tough break for the 00 crew and all of DNC for that matter. Their hopes now lie with Alex Allen in the 2-car, who has done it before, and it looks like there's maybe a problem with, no, I thought there was a problem with the 16 on the inside line. Or I'm sorry, that's 10 on the inside line. However, they will continue onward, it looks like. Chris Washer would lead on the restart here at Talladega. A green flag is back out here. Entering turn number 1 they come. Carpenter is holding up the pack a little bit. There's Myatt, one of the major championship protagonists here. And one of the fan favorites for the championship. One of the Menturbinis is around. Oh, man, that was close. That would have been... Oh, boy, there's the 14 and the 41. Saarinen's around. And that's going to be another caution. That all started with the 45, I believe it was, getting turned back, merging back in the track, and everybody checked up. We'll have to see this one again. So it's Angel and Ryusu who are going to make contact here. Ryusu's going to go down the track, slide back up the track. That's going to make the 14 check up in the back. And the 41 didn't see that coming. Around with the 41, and out goes the 14. The 14 has a engine go. So bad race for Kathnex. And, well, James Shelley is going to fall out of the race clearly for that. I don't think Saarinen has that much damage. So Saarinen should be all right to continue onward. Randy Carpenter leads on the restart as that's Kenny Myatt going for the lead on the outside line. I think Myatt's either trying to play it safe here or to actually physically take the lead with help from Ike Durbin. They want in front and to pad a lead in the points race for if, well, I don't think a lot of people will be gaining points here if Myatt or Durbin fall out of the race, so they're, Durbin's pretty much a lock on the championship hunt. Now, being in the finale, now that Lamas has fallen out, and if you look further back, it looks like Washer's all over the pack, and oh boy, that's a crazy-looking pack back there. Finn guy was a bit squirrely there. Oh, contact between one of the Kingfishers and the 66 of Will Lewis. Will Lewis has been hired by another team. I can't remember what it is right now. The Lexus team leader next year with Kyle Collins is the other driver. Oh, four wide. Michaels is in the wall. Back out of that one, boy. Oh, boy, Saarinen slid up the track there. Oh, that was close. Michaels is going to have some serious right side damage, however. He should be still in some sort of race condition as Myatt's going to lead with Ike Durbin in second, Washer third, Carpenter in fourth. So some of these championship contenders are using this to their advantage here. A little bit of contact there between Finn Guy and that would be Fitzwater. But it looks like they're trying to spread themselves out a little bit here. Oh, but Washer's trying to make a crossover on Durbin, but that's not going to work and only going to put Durbin to the back, or Washer to the back of the line unless Shelton makes some sort of crazy move. And Carpenter's looking to the inside of Durbin, so we're seeing some of this craziness happen, but Myatt's quite honestly enjoying being up front. This is the way that Myatt said he was going to win this race, is through being smarter than everybody else by being up front. Problems for the other CBMs, James Silverfox, he lost his hood in something, I think on pit road. But James Silverfox and, wow, we must have missed something big there, but because Steinmetz and Staples both have damage as well. That team won't be returning next year, but did I see the yellow light flashing? I guess not, but anyway, racing will still continue here at Talladega. Think driving in a straight line is easy? Take a look at Alex Allen's view as Jeffrey Finguy got some rear end damage. I believe that was also from pit road. But this is how it is driving in a straight line at Talladega. You're consistently fighting the car. Look at that, up there. Not as crazy as it once was, but thankfully it's not as crazy as it once was, but we are still under green here. And what is going on up there? Oh, that was just remnants from one of the earlier wrecks. Myatt continues to lead and show his automotive supremacy up on top. The Honda isn't known for its top speed, but if he wins this race, he could definitely be a serious threat for the championship. However, they're saying his late race mulligan had to have been Hutchinson Island. There goes first lead change in a while. Oh no, maybe not. Looks like Washer might have a problem. It looked like he had to back out there entering the corner, but Washer's going to fall to third, but Carpenter's actually doing a nice job. Hopefully he can be in the championship contention, although pretty much he will have to win, I think, this race, or get a big points haul here, else he'll be a long shot entering DC. Durbin, at this rate, probably come out of Talladega with the points lead, unless if Myatt maybe were to win and something really strange were to happen to Durbin. Myatt's trying for the lead now, but he had to back way out, and that's going to force him even further back, it looks like. As Carpenter's trying to make a move down the backstretch. There's Durbin trying to make a move, entering 3. Shelton's just sitting back there, I think, wondering what the heck to do, because this is probably one of the faster races we've seen out of these Elite Series cars. 230. So we are kind of wondering what to do, in all honesty, as thankfully it has been somewhat clean. Oh, Joshua Michaels has some pit work going on and some problems with the right side tire or suspension. So tough break for Joshua Michaels. Going through the order. Pack has seemingly spread itself out. So that's a good thing, honestly. Pit stops have started, it looks like, already. And it looks like Washer, pretty much, Shelton's going to take the lead. But it looks like Myatt and Durbin stay out as Washer and Carpenter will pit. Some of the cars get on the tail end of the lead lap are already pitted. A little bit further back, we're seeing Davis, Angel, Allen. Looks like Dylan Young is coming in. Looks like the other horse being Sanford is also coming in as well. Shelton right here would be playing it very safe, and Myatt is going to try and pounce and maybe take the lead, except we're thinking that Myatt's going to pit. And coming off of 2 and 4, looks like they all will. So Shelton leads this group onto pit road. We will see who will come out ahead, either the first group to pit or the second. Durbin and Myatt, who started pretty far back, will be taking those earlier spots compared to Shelton, who's further down the pit road. There's Saranen coming in with Finn Guy, and Silver Fox is also in as well. Further up the track, we are seeing Chris Washer got a big lead away from Randy Carpenter and Jordan Davis. Shelton beat Myatt and them off the pit road here, but here comes the 5 car with the lap 22 to help. There goes Carpenter. Jordan Davis is getting help from Angel. We go a little bit further back. We are looking pretty much everybody's spread out, honestly, which is a good sight. However, lap traffic would be an annoyance for Jessica Shelton here. Shelton would lose the lead because of this lap 88 car of Jacob Steinmetz. And on the inside, we're seeing Chris Washer as well. And Shelton's wisely going to try and find any way by the 88 as possible. Looks like Myatt's going to be dealing with Orel Ryusu in the 45, who is not exactly playing all that nice. Myatt's going to have to swing to the outside to get by, and does that with ease. However, on lap 39, the debris caution would fly. Lap 40, actually, as Kenny Myatt would lead them to lap 40. And there's some debris on the infield, so... or not the infield, on the inside of the line down the backstretch, so they had to throw the debris caution and rebunch the field. Oh boy, this should be interesting. Dylan Young here, however, would fall out with a turbocharger problem, so Dylan Young would be out of the race, so tough break for Dylan Young. And, well, the entire Toyota crew. They're the only team for next year that hasn't announced a driver lineup. Jessica Shelton would lead on the restart with Kenny Myatt in second, Chris Washer in third, Ike Durbin fourth, Saranen in fifth, and the green is out here. Some of these lap cars will be quite slow here on this restart. We are a little bit concerned with how fast some of these cars will be and how close they're going to be packed up with the speeds they're running. And here they go. Oh boy, Carpenter in the 88! That's a very close call there. Looks like Myatt's trying everything on the 94 to grab the lead. It looks like that's going to be a definite thing. And it looks like Durbin's going to slot in the middle of the two packs. Kind of like how it was earlier. There are two distinct packs forming. Oh, the 88's going! Or no, not the 88, I'm sorry, I thought it was the 88, but one of the Red Bulls are going, and Randy Carpenter's championship hopes are dashed. Done. Over. Tough break for Randy Carpenter, unless if the other championship contenders fall out, which at this rate, yeah, that's about as likely as well. So, oh boy, there's a crash. The two's in it. Alex Allen's in it. One of the major championship contenders, and oh, this is the big one. Or one of the big ones, actually, is there is Zach Rogers is in it. William Duncan, Sean Angel, and a few others. And Eamon Staples got a big piece of it, and that's it for some of these guys. We'll have to see this one again. But Talladega throws another curveball as Alex Allen's championship hopes are quite low now. DNC's must have had a bad race as Jeffrey Finn Guy, and I believe that was Zachary Fitzwater, made contact, and right in the middle of the pack, and oh, that was a very hard hit by Zach Rogers in there. And Alex Allen just had nowhere to really run. We're going to take another view of it on board with Allen. I'm sorry, that wasn't Fitzwater. That was DJ Curtis on the outside line. There's that wreck happening, and up the track goes Alex Allen. Slides down. Big hit there. Luckily, Alex Allen would be all right and would spin to a stop out of the race. And championship hopes dashed. No point in showing you the restart because this would happen on that restart. Or Ryusu, and that would be Charles Sanford would be wrecking. Jordan Davis also fell out with another turbocharger issue, so the field would rocket their way back as the two Ferraris lead that group over Myatt, Shelton, and Durbin. Back to the line they come, and Washer would lead them back. Not a whole lot of cars left in this race. I believe if you were running dead last, you were running in the points. So congratulations, all these guys are in the points. Not good for the championship contenders that have fallen out of the race, but looks like we're going to be seeing Ike Durbin and Kenny Myatt scoring points here. Green flag is out, and away they go. Further down the order, we are seeing some more interesting figures running very well. 4 wide there, that's with Myatt and Durbin. Durbin backed out of it, and Myatt actually took a nice run there to get that spot. And now they are running very, very cautiously, knowing that there aren't a whole lot of cars. It looks like Saarinen's going for the lead, but it looks like Myatt is as well. Myatt down low, but Saarinen throws the door, but Myatt won't give up that easily, but I think is going to have to succeed his challenge there, but push Saarinen past Washer. Ferrari still has not won their first ARCSOA Elite Series race yet, and today could be that day. We're kind of surprised that neither Ferrari's had a mechanical problem yet. But here they go. Up the mo! That's a very close race there, as these 5 have been going at each other all race. Have been in the lead pack, with the exception of maybe Saarinen. Looked out of his depth early on, and the only reason why he qualified on pole is the sheer speed of the Ferrari, and the fact that we heard that Chris Washer was having a little bit of a revving issue on the qualifying run, but it looks like they have calmed themselves down a bit. Going back through the pack, not a whole lot going on. I think we've seen the end of the cautions, believe it or not. Oh, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Back up the track. That was a very close call there with Jacob Steinmetz. A little bit further back, not much going on. Myatt's trying to the outside now. This is for the lead. Going to be hard to make a move up there, but Myatt's trying to make it work all by himself. And I think he's actually going to do it. So Kenny Myatt takes the lead here of this race here at Talladega. Looks like Saarinen's looking to the inside. Not sure why he'd do that. Maybe trying to just make sure that Shelton wouldn't jump under him. But Shelton was pretty far back at that rate. And it looks like Ike Durbin's just sitting back. I think taking the more conservative approach here. Looking forward to the championship. Myatt is going to have a big lead at this rate, and Durbin would need to close in. Myatt continues to lead, however, there goes Chris Washer to the inside, looking for that lead back. Shelton's there as well. Shelton really had nowhere to go and lost a lot of momentum. Saarinen's on the outside of that right there. This is what Myatt wants to see, is them battle hard back there. Durbin's also in this lead pack as well. Still holding off, continuing his 5th place run. They will probably have to deal with the RL Ryusu car, who is about 20 miles an hour off the pace. But Washer's holding on to 2nd, so that is a very strong and spirited run by both the Ferraris. Still, there is a chance that one of them could blow up before the end of the race. Looks like Washer tried back to the inside, however, that didn't exactly work, and would lose a lot of speed there, as they're going to be coming up to RL Ryusu momentarily. Here comes the pack up on RL Ryusu. And Ryusu pretty much minds his P's and Q's there. It looks like, oh, contact there between the 94 and the 41. Very, very close racing there. They're both going to lose momentum there, as Washer's going to take over 2nd once again. Durbin tried one of his crazy, insane Talladega moves like he did last year. Didn't exactly pan out that time, but he tried. I'll give him that. Gotta give him that. But now, Saarinen is backing off a little bit there, maybe to get into the draft, or Saarinen has a problem, which wouldn't surprise me either. Myatt made his scheduled green flag pit stop, though. Here come the 2 Ferraris down pit road. Myatt made it by himself. These 2 of Shelton and Durbin stayed out. The 2 Ferraris are in, however. This could be important. I don't know what's going to happen now. The 94 and the 86 will have to pit, I think, unless if they did an absolutely amazing end. Oh, they're both pitting. So now where will the 9 slot in? Is my question. And here comes the 9. Comparison, there's the 41 and the 5. So will the 9 be able to handle it by himself? He's going 223 in comparison to the 160 that these guys are going. This is for a championship fight here. Myatt is closing in now. Here they come. It looks like Myatt will be able to latch onto them quite easily, but here comes Shelton and Durbin off the pit road. This is for all the marbles now. It looks like it's going to be Washer. Myatt's trying to dispatch of Saarinen. Not exactly sure if that was the wisest move by the veteran driver. However, he did. And actually looks like he's going to try and do it alone out there. And he does! That 9 can make some moves out there. And it's got power. I'll say that. It's got power. But here comes two guys who or guy and girl, who I think will end up playing the pick card correctly, as Shelton and Durbin end up doing it beautifully. And I think it might be a 2-car race for the win as well. I don't know. Washer is closing in, however, with help from Myatt. Shelton was sitting pretty there, but it looks like Washer and Myatt make a move. This is for the race lead. Although Shelton's holding it on the outside, she's going for her first ever ARCSOA Elite Series win. Myatt, the run with Myatt and Washer kind of broke up there. Not a whole lot of traffic in front of them either, as they got by the 24 car, who was the main competitor for traffic-wise. Now we're seeing Myatt, who does have a one of the fastest cars I've ever seen at Talladega, in second place, trying to set up Jessica Shelton. Looks like unless if the 5 goes low, Myatt could make a move on the outside like he has all race. And it looks like the 5's going down low, so 3 wide for the lead, and it looks like Myatt might get away with this. Yes, he will, so the 9 of Myatt takes the lead here. Durbin's looking to maybe try and do the same thing, however, I don't think the Durbin car, I think the Durbin car is the least powerful in the field, is in this lead pack. Saarinen's just back there, I think, out of pure inexperience. Now the Ferraris are trying to get a run on the inside going. Shelton will probably have to succeed second. However, I think Myatt's pretty much setting himself up for a win here. Myatt has been in the situation before where he's fighting for a championship on 2 other occasions where he won. And now we're seeing the 2 Ferraris set up Shelton beautifully, and Shelton's going to fall to 4th. RL Ryusu, we said there wouldn't be a whole lot of lap traffic interference. Ryusu might be a lapped car to interfere with this race, and that could end up determining the race, and if not, well, I think they're pretty much set. Set. Ryusu, on the other hand, is in 3. And with 3 to go, it's going to be a stretch if they catch Ryusu. But now it looks like the Ferraris tried to make an inside move on Myatt. Not going to work. Shelton's going to try the way inside to get Saarinen, to pip Saarinen. But it looks like Washer's going to try and help his debutante to Super Speedway's teammate. Well, unless we count Indianapolis, but get up there. And it looks like that's what Washer did. Very easily pulling his teammate up. He realizes he's going to need help from Washer. Ryusu's coming out of 2. Myatt's coming out of 2 soon. There. Yeah, that's going to be... I don't think so. It's going to be close if they catch Ryusu, but I don't know if he's slow enough for them to make a move. But it looks like Washer tried. No move yet. No move yet. The worst thing that Tomas Saarinen could do, though, is try and pass the 5, which he almost tried doing. White flag for Kenny Myatt, though. I don't think he's ever won at Talladega, but this is a very serious thing that's going on. It looks like Washer's definitely trying down low, but couldn't make the move work. Ryusu will be a factor in this race. It looks like. What will they do with Ryusu? Myatt waits till the very last second to go to the outside. This could be big, but it looks like, oh, the Ferrari got backed up of Saren, and it looks like Myatt's going to have a clear, easy sail. Unless if it's anything for Washer to say, it looked like Durbin tried to pip Shelton for 4th. However, Kenny Myatt does what he has to do to make the championship interesting for his cake, and he will win the round of Talladega. What a impressive, legendary showing by Kenny Myatt in his retirement year. Great to see Kenny Myatt doing what he knows best, and that is to win where he pretty much needed to. And that will be interesting, as Ike Durbin will only get 10 points for 5th compared to Myatt's 25 for the win. So we will see how this will turn out into the points. Washer 2nd, Saren in 3rd, Shelton 4th. Surprising that both the Ferraris didn't blow up. Durbin 5th, 6th is going to go to Vijay Pachanda, 7th will go to someone. Will actually go to Charles Samper. 8th will go to Jacob Steinmetz. 9th will go to Ryusu, and 10th will go to Zachary Fitzwater. Let's go down to your finishing results. And now the drivers fighting for the Season 17 ARCSOA Elite Series Championship. Our points leader coming out of Talladega is not Ian Dutta, but Kenny Myatt. He has a 7-point lead over second place, and pretty much if he finishes ahead of his rivals, he will win the championship. But to lock it up, he can only win the race because 7 points isn't a whole lot here. There's a 7-point margin in between first and second place at in this point system, and Myatt would effectively have to win to guarantee a championship for him. Myatt has been in this situation before where he's come into this finale with a nice margin. However, Myatt does have a considerable edge over everybody else in this hunt. So Kenny Myatt is the first championship contender and, well, quite honestly, the favorite here. Myatt just needs to run a safe race and hope that the other competitors don't go on to effectively win. Second in points is not Eamon Staples, but it is Ike Durbin. Ike Durbin is our second place in points. If he wins the race, no matter where Myatt finishes the point leader, he will be champion, because what ends up happening is there's 7 points separating first and second position. So they'd be tied if Myatt were to finish second and Durbin were to win. However, they both have 3 wins as of now. Durbin would get his 4th win, therefore he would be champion, which would be a very interesting concept. However, if Myatt falls out of the race, Durbin is also a very serious threat. Durbin would need to finish 6th or better if Myatt gets a big 0 for Goose Egg for points. So therefore, Durbin would need to finish 6th and collect 8 points to win by a single point over Kenny Myatt. But right now, Myatt's pretty much controlling his destiny, so Ike Durbin will have a little bit of a mountain to climb. However, it is very possible he may do that. Third in points is not RL Ryusu. However, it is Cody Lamas. He is sitting on 128 points behind 12 behind Kenny Myatt. Myatt would need to, if Lamas were to win the race, Myatt would need to finish 4th or worse to maintain that position. However, actually that'd be 5th or worse because they would tie and Myatt would get it on tiebreaker. So 5th or worse, and Lamas would need to win. However, if Myatt were to score nothing, that would mean that Lamas would have to score at least 141 points, which would put Lamas at, he would need 13 points, which would be, once again, he'd need 3rd. So he'd need to finish 3rd and Myatt score nothing, or win the race and Myatt score 4th. So, right there, that's Cody Lamas' agenda. And that's it for championship contenders. No one else is in contention for the championship. No, everybody else got eliminated at Talladega. We have a driver with 110 points, and a very tough break for that driver. And that's pretty much it. You'll see the full points rundown now. But those 3 drivers, Myatt, Durbin, and Lamas, 2 of which are retiring at the end of the year, will be fighting for the Season 17 champion. Remember these names in the annals of history of the ARCSOA Elite Series: Myatt, Ike Durbin, Kenny Myatt, Ike Durbin, and Cody Lamas will be fighting for the Season 17 ARCSOA Elite Series champion and the coveted car number 1 for next year, even though in 2 cases that car may not only run, unless if they only run one-off races. Anyway, that's it. We'll see you at the finale.